So we're back where it all started for these two this season. In round one, Brisbane came here on 1-3-1, but ended up finishing a point behind the Wanderers on the regular season table. Now they play off for a spot in the big one. A meeting with Adelaide United next Sunday with the old golden toilet seat at stake. The smell of the grand final is in the air in Parramatta. Let the sparks fly. Andrew Redmayne has James Donachie stationed right in front of him, and he's a tall figure, Donachie. Corona's delivery, looking for Broich at the near post. And what have we got here?
Handball.
Handball.
The person, and I couldn't see who it was a Dimas marking Thomas Broich. That corner to the near post again, the match-winning combination of last week. It's Andreu, his arms are up. Yep. No problem. Great pick, Peter.
Good decision.
And there was a hush around the stadium because no one really knew what was going on. The referees,
all made.
Well, the referee's indication, you wouldn't say was emphatic. The Wanderers didn't react.
Wow.
And Brisbane, through Petrados, will look to go clear.
Well, a big chance for Brisbane to strike early. Dimitri Petratos from 11 metres against Andrew Redmayne. And he scores, fires it into the roof of the net. And Dimi Petratos, who grew up in Western Sydney, has plunged a dagger into the heart of the Wanderers.
That's a very impressive penalty from Dimi Petratos. The officiating very impressive as well. It's a clear decision.
Well, they were undone several minutes ago from a corner. Handled by Andreu. Let's see how they deal with the free kick. Corona again on set-piece duty. Oh, and in he goes! They've got a second! I think Thomas Broich got the final touch. And Brisbane, incredibly, before we've reached the 20-minute mark, are 2 goals to the good.
Yeah, I think it's an own goal, Simon. It is. Oh, it's poor old Andreu. Oh. He's conceded the penalty for goal number 1, and his derriere helps him to goal number 2. It's disaster time for the Wanderers. In some way, they've brought it on themselves, conceding 2 silly set pieces. Plenty of time to turn this around.
Here they come again, though, Brisbane. Borrello going first time. McLaren gets there ahead of Alberto on the turn. It's 3! You couldn't make this up. Jamie McLaren. Brisbane are in heaven here. And maybe they've got 1 foot in the grand final already. Remarkable.
Well, it's ludicrous. It's a tight one for on-offside, but I think Alberto's played him on. Too much speed, Brandon Borrello. It's a cross in hope more than anything. Alberto's there. Andreu again can do nothing. It's really ineffectual defending in the end. And it's a deflection then that gets over the top of Andrew Redmayne. They can't take a trick, the Wanderers. Architects of their own downfall in some part. And Brisbane are flying. Just flying. Crazy stuff here in Parramatta.
Let's see if they can start the long journey back here. Looks like Romeo Castler who fancies the job. Peter Green has marked the line for the wall. Castler who had that early chance. Goes through the wall! What a hit! 3-1! That fairly tore into the back of the net. And the Wanderers have a toehold. And it's raining goals in Parramatta.
Well, I don't know, is that a wall or a sandcastle from Brisbane? If it's a sandcastle, the tide has come in care of Romeo Castellan and washed it away with a strike of real power and precision. I mean, that's not defending anything. It's papier-mâché from Brisbane.
It's a 3-goal drought, his longest of the campaign. Now Castellan's taken a tumble, but Santalab is away. One-on-one with Jamie Young. It's Santalab! It's 3-2! Game on in Parramatta!
Will you listen to this? Will you just listen to this? Castellan appealing for the foul. James Donachie will wonder how he got caught so hopelessly second best in that chase. Santalab gets goal side and then stands up Donachie. Young's beaten at the near post. It's a catalogue of errors from Brisbane this time, and Parramatta goes off.
Headed clear by Corona. Lofted back in by Jamison, nodded down by Topper Stanley. Nichols, and Young equal to it. There's a scramble, and Castellan, 3-3. The comeback complete. Mayhem in Parramatta.
Well, the pressure told in the end. And the free kick from Dimas was difficult. Difficult enough for Brisbane not to completely clear their lines. And Corey Brown was it, he couldn't push out. That was Donachie who couldn't push out quickly enough. It kept Topper Stanley onside, and that played the advantage for the Western Sydney Wanderers. He was going to win that header, and the scramble that resulted. Well, who else? Romeo Castellan. He's missed a hatful this season, but surely not from 6 yards. Surely not with an equaliser beckoning. And surely not with the red and black hordes cheering him on.
Pertex Stadium going off. Dimas with the free kick. Jamie Young with the punch. He's not quite got the distance he wanted. Drops for Castellan! Hat-trick! 4-3! Astonishing! Absolutely astonishing!
Well, it's another set piece. It's a litany of them, not really dealt with. Dangerous from Dimas, but it hung. Young was strong and the punch was airborne. Thomas Broish had no idea where the ball was. A man of his quality and experience, he's handed the advantage to Romeo Castellan, who, believe it or not, couldn't hit the proverbial with a banjo this season. And when it's counted, he's hit a hat-trick. Romeo Castellan.
Good movement by the Spaniards. Little slip through for Tommy Orr. Enrique on the left. It's Enrique, and here's McLaren! Can you believe this? It's 4-4! Staggering! Just staggering! 10 minutes to go. Brisbane back from the brink.
Well, they've been building a case impressively. And a pass from a seemingly innocuous position to Herdovas, who's in between the defence and midfield. He releases the pacey Tommy Orr. It's a miss hit. It's nothing more or less than a miss hit from Enrique. But what a perfect miss hit. Straight into the path of their top scorer, the Supermac, Jamie McLaren, and it's all square. Next thing you know, Johnny Aloisi will have his shirt off doing a lap swing around his head again. Oh dear.
Jamison. Little give and go, but Shannon Cole pirouettes beautifully. Lovely football. Vidicic! Palmed away by Young. Still alive for Mark Bridge. And Vidicic! 5-4! Utter madness! Off the bench and onto the score sheet. And could that be the goal? You can't say for certain in this contest, but Wanderers lead again.
Well, we have had plenty of goals tonight, obviously. We haven't had a lot of goals crafted on purely beautiful football terms. And I'm really happy to report that the goal that splits the teams almost halfway into extra time is a beautiful football goal. Great turn from Shannon Cole. Amazing contribution from Mark Bridge, the 1-2 with Dario Vidicic. Jamie Young can only palm. Mark Bridge stays alive in the contest and squares the ball to the marquee man Vidicic, who does the business. Beautiful goal to separate the teams.
Belted forwards by Tommy Orr. Is there time for Brisbane? No! Full-time whistle. That was an epic contest, but it is the Wanderers, just as it was here 3 years ago. A third grand final for Tony Popovich and his team as they bid farewell to the old Pertex Stadium on a winning note. But boy, what a game! And what a performance they had to put in to see off a brave Brisbane Roar. John Aloisi's team out, but they shouldn't be down. They can celebrate not only a remarkable season after their club was in such dire straits at its outset, but also a memorable display here tonight. But it is going to be a red and black invasion of Adelaide next weekend. Can they finally get the job done and lift that maiden title? They are just one step away after today. And I tell you what, when they write the history of finals football as to what you want from a game, this will be the template. At times, you almost ran out of superlatives, Andy Harper. This was an epic, one of the best ever.
It was a great comeback from the Wanderers. I mean, you know, when the dust settles on this, we'll look at the goals and think there was some pretty comical defending, but it made for a great night of theatre. And over and above the technicality of the goals, it was the intestinal fortitude, firstly of the Wanderers, to come back from a 3-goal deficit, get level, and then go 4-3 up. And then for Brisbane, amidst that maelstrom, to re-establish themselves and find an equaliser. Great work off the bench, Johnny Aloisi, his substitutes combining for that equaliser from McLaren. And then it was Dario Vidicic, the marquee player for the Wanderers, who exchanged a beautiful combination with Mark Bridge to get what was ultimately the winner, and an unforgettable night.
Party time in Parramatta for the home fans at least. Full-time scoreline after extra time. Western Sydney Wanderers 5, Brisbane Roar 4. Let's join Adam Peacock.